the next one. So right now we have Ned versus Vorst. Ned, former PGR player, looking to make the same waves he made in the previous game, now playing Pokemon Trainer instead of Cloud, which honestly might be the move.
Yeah,
I don't even think Cloud
at least
is like,
in this game.
Yeah, I don't think Cloud is bad.
Yeah.
But I hate fighting Cloud, so if you guys don't want to play Cloud, I'm fine with that. And then Vorst is doing really big things playing Samus. He played Fox all throughout Smash 4, except for like the last like 2 or 3 months. He just randomly switched to Samus. I don't know if maybe he had to download the Samus going to be good in this game.
Wasn't he PR'd at one point in Indiana for his Fox?
He was on PR for a while, for a long time.
And now he's playing Samus. Making it to top 48 with Samus too. I know that character definitely has some stuff, but I really haven't seen a lot of representation with the character either.
Yeah, but they're
I feel like she still suffers from the same issue she had in Smash 4 in a sense, but like in this game she's also just better because she could also charge shot in the game.
And another big buff they have. So when the game first came out, when she would go into Morph Ball, it was really, really hard to hit her. And then when the patch dropped and like gave everybody the buffs and nerfs, they made her hurt box even smaller in the Morph Ball.
Oh.
So like she's even harder to hit. Like you're like fighting a character and then you're like playing hacky sack and there's no in between. Like again, this is a game where aggression shines and her disadvantage state is minimal because of that. But then so is Pokemon trainers, you can just switch out. He can just straight up just switch out of pressure. So we're going to have to see. It won't be so much a super combo heavy game because they both know they can get out of pressure. So we're going to see a lot of like weights, like go for like 2 or 3 hits and then like see how they react and then get more punishes.
Yeah, Ned has been doing really, really good in tournaments in general. I believe he got like 17 at Frostbite and like 9th at Genesis. Yeah.
Wow. Wait, he got 9th at Genesis?
Yeah, I believe so.
Woo.
Yep.
Yeah, Ned's cooking. And I like that Ned is doing so well because a lot of people had that LOL carried by Cloud mentality. Ned's never been that player. Ned's always been so terrifyingly good. Actually, Ned was top 3 at this event last year. Now that I think about it, I think Ned had to fight.
Make it a tradition, man.
Yeah, he had to fight Locust for top 3. Actually, I don't remember if he won, but he was definitely in the top 3.
I think actually he got like 2nd or something.
Yeah,
I believe wasn't it Sam Sora?
That is right. But yeah, so Ned's always been strong. Vorst looking to definitely make waves though. Really smart Samus player. He does a lot of homework. Spends a lot of time analyzing as well. So I would not sleep.
Yeah, I was actually watching him play yesterday, and I was seeing how he was able to move the Samus. He knows things about the character that I feel like I haven't seen from any other player. Just like how he does half charge shot instead.
Yes, that is the secret tech. There's so much hit stun that comes out of half charge shot. Like you can get full combos like just running with like Dare or even smash attacks if you're close enough, and a lot of people don't know that. But he definitely takes advantage. All right, now we got Ivysaur in play. Ivysaur leagues better than the other 2 Pokemon in my
honestly,
opinion.
like I know a lot of people say Squirtle is amazing at like his combo game, but Ivysaur also has a very strong like low % combo game too.
Yeah, and there's so much stuff he like if he nairs you like 70, he just gets like Vine Whip and all these crazy moves.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Ned used all 3 Pokemon on that first stock. Came into Charizard, just throw out the kill move. As you do, then immediately switches back to Squirtle so he can rack on some easy damage on a 2nd stock right away. Or at least that's the plan. Nice. You're not going to let Ned approach from the air. Out of all the characters anti-air, Samus is a very hard one to do because of that up B. The knockback on it is still really good, and it's a combo tool too. Good move. Good spacing by Nair. Ned, sorry. Not Nair. Dang, I might be kind of tired too.
Can you imagine if somebody had to tag Nair and you have to say Nair, Nair?
Yeah, Nair, Nair.
Don't do that, anyone, please.
No, nobody please.
I like the B reversing charge shot right there. I think in that shield pressure, switching to Ivysaur.
Yeah, even throwing it at point blank range, you think you get a punish, but he just got like 3 damage for it. Charge shot is good. But Ned is definitely running away with this. 81% on Vorst on his 2nd stock. No clear plan as to how he's going to take this 1st stock. Not just yet, at least. Ned's outspacing him. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
So when you're in like the 70-80% range, Nair, Fair, and back air apparently now can just lead to kill moves at random.
Yeah, and Fair and back air actually auto-cancel on Shore Hop while he's rising, so that's also something to know. I like that he's using Charizard. I feel like I never see anyone use Charizard.
Yeah, I think I've seen, when I was watching Jim and I was playing him earlier, he plays like mostly Charizard, and that's another cool thing about this character. Like if you really want to just focus on one Pokemon, you can. Not a lot of people choose Charizard,
actually, you know what's crazy? He actually has the fastest mobility and like the raw kill moves of all 3 Pokemon.
That's wild to think about, but you're right.
That's actually thanks to Severum that I know that. To the rising Nair from the Squirtle.
That was a really ambiguous landing situation, and Ned was patient. He just waited it out, wanted to make sure he didn't like flub his punish. He's got a lot of damage for it. Yeah, Ned's playing out of his mind right now. He's not even letting him morph ball. He's just throwing out the water guns, throwing up his momentum. Okay.
Just backing up, just trying to space him out with Fair.
Give him that room to breathe. Oh, he almost got the morph bomb into the Dare, but it sent him onto the stage instead of like out. Vorst is just off the mark taking that stock.
Oh my, it
Oh, God.
completely ignored the charge shot. You saw how Vorst actually just lingered backwards to just try to use the charge shot instead. He knew Ned was going to go for an aggressive option, but that forward smash just completely ignored it.
One thing that Samus shines on is like going for these edge guards, but like Ned's just been outplaying it so well. Like there's a lot of situations where like, okay, I know he's gonna jump, so I'll go for this fair, but it's like withdraw through it or just up B through it, and that's making the gap even further in what he needs to do.
See Ned actually switching to Ivysaur at the very end there, and he actually was able to take that first game using the air off stage. It's not, that move isn't great on the ground, but off stage, like, it lasts so long.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's amazing. And again, it just leads to so much. Also, you know what I noticed? I didn't see like any Ivysaur up air or down air. Ivysaur has like definitely the best up air, one of the best down airs. There's no sour spot. The hitbox is just the size of Texas. Like
the size of Texas.
It's enormous. You can even, as I learned the hard way, you can even just like do up air, like auto cancel on the ground, and then on a platform, and then drop through the platform, do another up air, and then jump back on the mono plat and do another up air.
Yeah, up air is actually amazing at juggling characters in general.
Like Cloud up air, broke. Ivy up air, woke. Like it's the new move. It's
you can also use it like even on ground level just to apply that extra pressure. You just have to time it right.
I don't think I've seen that lose a trade.
It's safe on block.
Yeah, it's dumb. Like it's just good.
Who designed that one move though? That move is actually crazy.
Yeah, they had an intern come in. It's like just draw a big circle and we'll just make that the hitbox. It's like I do. You want a sour spot on it? No, I do not. Okay. Is it active? Very active. I don't know. There's no downside.
I saw someone Photoshop Ivysaur's up air, like the hitbox of it, onto like a Japan flag, and I was like, oh my god, it's hilarious. Like to dramatize how big of a move it is.
It really is. Okay. Game 2, we're going to go to PS2. Not a bad move for Vorst. The platforms give Samus a lot of really early ladder combos. They still give it to Ivysaur too, but you know, take what you can get. Let's see if he can maybe slow it down a little bit. He's got a lot of projectiles, and outside of Razor Leaf, I think he's in a pretty good position to just kind of throw him out to keep Squirtle spacing. Like, he's really mobile, but he's stubby. And Samus has, like, crazy good range.
Yeah, he's actually, like, not that fast movement-wise, even though he has an amazing, like, frame data, but, you know, he still kind of makes up for it for his combo game.
Yeah. Ned is so good about that. He alludes to all these ledge options he's going to cover, then gives you space and just dashes right back in. That's one of the things I see a lot more in Ultimate. Since the movement is just so fluid and you're just so good at a dash right now, they just cover everything.
Yeah, and I also like how he dashes back to try to see what Vorst is going to do before he tries to overcommit, and then forcing Vorst to hold forward, that's when he is able to actually commit to an option. Like right there.
Yeah.
The drift back into the fair instead.
He doesn't have a jump. More fall gives him plenty of time to recover, but Ned is really going for these edge guards. He's not even able to up B. Oh, that did it.
Although I like the attempt on switching to Ivysaur just because you saw how he was going to go for the down air just in case Vorst actually tries to grab into the ledge.
I think Vorst is just like, I don't want you to hit me with that move. I'd rather just do it myself. Like, but I'd rather not even let you, disrespect me like that. Ned on a Skittle Shield right now. Got to be extra careful. Okay, this is a combo for him. Free damage. Yeah, he's really, really good. So even though Samus' disadvantage is like minimal because she can shrink herself, Ned just doesn't care. Ned is just all over this man right now. And Vorst is not. Vorst needs to just like slow it down and be able
You see how he literally dashes back to avoid the grab twice?
That's so crazy.
His dash spacing is insane right now.
That's wild. That down tilt, it looks so safe. And the fact that you can just like do it out of a dash, that's insane.
Oh, he went to go
good
for the
read
down
by
air.
Ned. Dang, that's unfortunate for Vorst. Yeah, because Ivysaur has all these different ways to kill you. So Vorst's like, let me just try to drift in before you like pull something out. And Ned just waited. He just waited it out and got the read. All right, Charizard's off stage, forced to up B. Oh, Vorst doesn't get the punish. That's something that might demoralize you. He's still got another game after this if he ends up losing, but that was a pretty easy punish, and it sucks to drop something like that. All right, trying to put the pressure on with these charge shots, but Ned's just not giving him the room to breathe. He's just smothering him at every situation. All right, goes for the wow. He's so smart. So he went for the up B to try to like suicide kill him, but he knew the Morphlon was there and it kept him alive. That's insane.
Yeah, so it wasn't even a risk situation right there because he knew if he got hit by it, he would have been fine anyway. And that's why you see he's still holding on to 3 stocks.
Hot take, Ned might be a genius, as I'm learning. Okay. All right, Vorst putting himself on the board, taking that stock with the back throw. Switches back to Squirtle immediately. I like that. So I guess Ned might just prefer Squirtle. He might switch it up for each matchup, but Squirtle's definitely been like the big caveat of all this danger that Vorst has been in.
Yeah, and honestly, still really good. I don't blame him. Like, since Squirtle's also like really small, I feel like he also does really well against projectile-based characters because of that.
Yeah, and withdrawals, he's gotten so much out of it. Like, that time the withdrawal got punished, but before that, they've been going almost unchecked. Off stage and on stage. All right, now he's at Ivysaur. Now he's got to make it back.
Yeah,
okay.
A down air attempt, but you saw he drift back instead.
Yeah, smart to just there instead, not even take the chance. Oh, he's still trapped in the ledge. There's so much Ivysaur can do here. He's got to be extra careful. Nice back air from Ned's Charizard.
He even tried to go for the side B in case he ends up living. Not too sure about that.
Charizard's back air is still insane.
It's so good.
Insane. Like, not only does it still have all the same kill power it had in Smash 4, but the hitbox reaches up really high now. Because there's times where you might try to like, oh, just jump over, he's going to back air, thinking it's still like the linear move that it was. But it's like a sweet move now.
Yeah, it's fairly safe if you space it right, too.
Oh, yeah.
So you saw that's why you jumped off of the platform and kind of was like, okay, if you're good, Vorst, if you're going to hold forward, I'm going to hit you with my back air. That's literally what happened.
Yeah, it worked out great. Oh, Vorst looking a little bit down. He's trying to... Yo, you all right, buddy? You good?
You know, remember how we were talking about, like, taking a breather sometimes?
This might be that.
In the set where you're just trying to get your cool. You want to figure out, like, what's going on. Sometimes, you know, players even, like, switch seats to try to maintain, like, their mentality on, like, what's going on in the game. Because I feel like Vorst recognizes that he could do this. He can't find himself at a disadvantage, so he's been finding himself off stage. Like, Ned's just been taking advantage of that.
Yeah, yeah. And maybe he can even try to use the fact that he's being, because Ned's being over-aggressive right now, which is fine. But maybe he can find a way to, like, warp that into his advantage. But he's just been snuffing him out at every turn. Those little fairs, they're so fast. And Samus just hasn't been able to set up for anything. But maybe he's taking some, yeah, he took a breather right there. Taking some time to just try to, like, recollect, assess the situation. And maybe he'll come back into game 3 a little stronger.
Yeah, it's definitely okay for you to take a breather in the middle of a set.
Oh,
just,
yeah.
You know, figure out what you're doing wrong. Don't go into a game tilted. That's
no
you
fun.
literally
that's
lose.
That's no fun, right. Because you're mad at, you might even, yeah, you're just going to make the opponent's lead even worse, and you're focusing so much. You end up spending energy trying to get yourself off tilt, which is energy that needs to be focused on the game.
Right.
And that's the best case scenario for going into a match tilted, so it's just rough. I don't want to say he's on tilt, but he's definitely a little bit discouraged after the way that second match went down, if I had to guess. All right, going back to the stage. I still think the stage was a fine choice. There we go. Yeah, taking a breather.
And that's
get
the
a little bit of an early
sometimes
lead.
you. Oh,
okay, that move was wild.
Yeah, I forgot.
That move was wild.
I actually forgot
Full
about
charge
that.
shot. Now, of course, if you're fast enough to footstool him, you get like pretty much a free whatever you want. So there is a little bit of risk to it, but the fact that it's just invincible all throughout, like it's crazy. Good coverage from Ned. He went for the first bear. He knew he was going to like try to react in some way, let him air dodge back in, and continue the pressure otherwise. All right, switching to Ivysaur. Squirtle might not have been cutting the mustard this first stock. Oh, almost got him with the Vine Whip right there. All right, yeah, Vorst is coming together. He's coming alive.
He's definitely playing a lot more confidently this time around.
Wow,
Getting that fair killed, yep.
Okay, now he's got a Charizard. He's got to be really careful because, again...
And I feel like just the fact that he was able to change to Charizard right after, since he, you know, lost with Ivysaur, was literally the best moment for Ned, because we've been seeing Ned switch to Charizard to close out versus Stogs.
And yeah, then just come right back into Squirtle.
Literally just came down from the heaven platform with a fair and he died.
All right, well, even stock. Now, he got the charge shot and went for the grab on a lot of characters that would work, but Squirtle's just so tiny, he ended up high-profiling it, and then he got a 38% combo in response to that. All right, he's trapping him with these down throws and these fairs. He's forcing him to air dodge or eat the fair, and he's getting regrabs when he chooses an option. So this is, again, even. Definitely doing a lot better in this game 3.
It's so safe. He literally just bounces off of his shield. It kind of actually reminds me of Peach Bomber in a sense.
Yeah, it is like that. He's starting to adapt, though. At first, I feel like he was getting really blown up by that, but now he's just like, all right, I know withdrawal's coming. Instead of trying to punish it outright, everything comes out.
Oh!
Ned, I never know when Ned's gonna kill. I never know.
He literally it looks like he stands still and then he just waits for that one opportunity to use that one move.
It's hard. And this is just coming from like a viewer perspective. I don't know what he's gonna kill. I couldn't imagine as a player trying to figure out what he's gonna kill. Still, a lot of pressure coming from Vorst. Charizard trapped to the ledge, a lot of projectiles coming out, just gonna switch out. Yeah, he did jump, and Vorst was correct in trying to cover the jump punish. Oh, beautiful parry. But he just swapped out so he didn't have to eat the fair. And now he's back at center stage. That's the crazy thing that this character can do.
That was a really smart option to use too, but Screw Attack not going to be able to do it yet. It should kill him now though.
Nice! All right, that time he shut down the withdrawal with the missile and charge shot right after. Oh, super on point. Oh,
gets the drag down there.
Wow, Vine Whip from absolute max distance to keep himself alive without having to switch to Charizard. And a pretty nice combo on the way back in from the stage. 200%, and he cannot find his answer.
Oh, he literally just crossed him up with a jump into charge shot. How is he still alive? How has he not died yet?
Okay, that'll do it.
That has to do it. If that didn't kill, I would have been actually concerned. I would have been like, please, let's look at the stats. Like,
yeah, right.
Well, that
like,
would have been very weird.
Where's the game
He got
charge?
hit by 2 charge shots, even with Squirtle, and he didn't die.
Even pseudo charge, you think at 200%, they still might kill. A little bit of Let's Go Vorst coming out from the crowd. Indiana really trying to keep their hometown heroes afloat. Oh!
Oh, gets it.
Okay.
Oh, he tried to
Had
go
enough
for a
height.
double down air. If he got it, though.
That would have been sick.
That would have been it.
All right, he doesn't have a jump. Oh, he snuffed out the Zaire with water gun. I've never seen that before. I didn't know you could do that to tether recoveries. That's sick.
Oh, I like the half charge shot into the fair.
Flare Blitz coming through. Oh, punish from Vorst? No, Fly hits way past the ledge, almost in the same vein as like Bayonetta, like Witch Twist from like Smash 4, keeping him alive in a really precarious situation.
And switching to Squirtle rather than staying Charizard, he knows how Charizard can actually get on damage pretty fast, but doesn't want to risk getting juggled himself.
Oh, he knows not to approach. Razor Leaf is so good, and it also leads him to like all kinds of kill moves, like Vine Whip, which if he weren't coming for the ledge, would have killed right there, even at 124%.
I like the patience from Vorst too. He's going to get the back throw, sending Ned off stage.
Oh,
Gets
beautiful!
the fair, and that's going to be
Beautiful!
the game. Oh, let's go. That breather, man, that's the only thing that Vorst needed.
He took
You
it.
could
He meditated.
you could see the difference in his play in that game. Way more confident, executing a lot of his conversions too.
I love the way he did that. He's been going for so many charge shots and dares that I think Ned was conditioned to like play around that. And that time he allowed him to have the space to throw out a Razor Leaf. And instead of going for what he'd been going for, just went for a double jump fair read instead. Really smart play from Vorst. He is awake. He is ready. He took a little bit of a nap. He's meditated. He went from Super Saiyan 1 to maybe like 2, 2.5, 3. Whatever's your favorite DBZ Super Saiyan. DBZ overrated. Anyway.
Oh my God.
Okay, you know what? I might catch some heat for that.
Yeah.
I caught some heat for coming at Chipotle yesterday. I still stand by what I said. Anyway, enough about that. So, Ned's going to take some time to kind of meditate himself, too. He didn't immediately go back into the match. He's just deciding. He's choosing the stage. He's adapting to what went wrong. Honestly, he lost that match, but it was still very close. Vorst had to make a crazy comeback to get it. So he knows he's still, a strong player. He can still just play his game. Even if he played as well as he played the last game, he can still easily win game 4. And that's good for digging deep, too. And he's so good at picking up on player habits. I'm sure that by now, this deep in the set, I'm sure he's learned something that he's going to like show off in this next match.
Hey, you know what? I also feel like we've been getting a few clean 3-0s with these, 2 or 3 exceptions. So it's nice to see Vorst, out here taking game versus Ned. This is definitely be considered an upset if Vorst takes it. He's been playing very well. And although he did take a breather, Ned was also had some time to like relax himself, especially in between the last game to this game.
Yeah.
So he's starting off already with a fair. Ned getting the grab though, not having with the back airs.
2. I thought he was gonna go for a 3rd one. He didn't want to overextend though.
Yeah,
which is really
not
smart.
overextending, especially like off stage after he saw that Vorst was trying to fish for those double down airs last game.
Yo, this down tilt is a crazy move. I don't think I've ever seen anybody like go for, or maybe I personally just haven't seen anybody go for the down tilt as well as he does. But knowing that you can just mix up where you're going with dash and just throw it out, and it's a combo starter, is wild. Squirtle is, I already thought Squirtle was good.
Oh
nice double
my.
jump read. I thought he was going for the dare. All right, he's forced to have to use Fly again. A lot of pressure coming out. He got the jump read, but he didn't commit to the fair.
I was going to say, I wasn't sure if he was going to go for the screw attack instead, actually. Although the fair probably would have been a lot better, but the back air nonetheless coming out and taking out Vorst's first stock.
What I like about that is that he stayed back at roll distance and then did a jump, landing to the ground back air, so he covered as many options as he physically could with that move.
Right.
And it's so powerful.
It's really interesting to see how Vorst just crosses up his opponents with a jump and hits them with a blaster. Like,
oh yeah,
charge shot. Actually, it's not even charge shot because he doesn't even like charge it all the way. Sometimes he does it just a little baby charge shot, and he actually manages to catch him.
Yeah, the shield pressure gets out of that move is insane. It's hard to think about how much he can do.
Oh, he air dodged.
Okay, he still got it.
Okay.
Samus still has a very, very strong recovery. So even with that early air dodge, he still make herself.
Yeah, he didn't
fine.
do a directional air dodge, so he wasn't in as much lag.
A lot of Razor Leaf pressure coming from Ned. Up Vine Whip. Okay, he didn't get the sweet spot, giving Vorst a second chance from the stock. Morph Bomb saving him. The Nair might have killed, but he still has not been able to retain center stage. Ned has just completely locked him out. He changed up his option right there, actually. Last time he went for a back air. That time he went for a Tomahawk up smash, which was the right play by Ned. But even though it missed, he still got to grab into the up throw to take the stock anyway. Ned is playing so well right now.
Yeah, something clicked in Ned, and he was like, all right, I need to stop sleeping right now. I'm not going to be dropping any more games.
Right, no more.
I like the pressure he has. He's still staying Charizard,
Whoa! He tried to end it all early with the Flare Blitz.
I like how he's staying Charizard just because also Charizard is heavy, so he doesn't want to switch to Squirtle, especially at this percent.
Yeah, he's got a better chance of keeping himself alive and a better chance of cheesing out of stock even at these low percents. All right. He's going to take him out with the up B out of shield. Good awareness by Vorst, letting himself never be in disadvantage for too long when you got to move like that. But this is he's got two very fresh stocks to try to deal with right now. He's already at mid percent on this last one, so Vorst is going to have to play out of his mind to make this to a game 5, or try to at least. Oh, all right. Ned is awake.
This is the dash net that we were talking about earlier too. The dash back into the up B.
Yeah, he's got exactly enough dash speed to just bait him into these choices. Ned does not SD. I thought he was going to get caught on that lip right there.
It's the withdraw.
Yeah, he's using withdraw really well.
Yeah, he does it to escape a good amount of times, but also when he uses it to approach, I feel like it just catches Vorst off guard. Does try even goes for the overextension on the up B.
Oh, that might be the stop.
Nope, because he's going to be trying to use all his Pokemon to drift back. He
Oh,
actually
he
comes
just
back
barely
with Charizard.
made it.
We've seen that from Leftman a few times too.
Yeah, use all 3 to recover. Yeah.
Yep. That drag down from the fair, I don't think that's what Vorst really wanted there. He just wanted a full knockback.
Whoa!
Oh my, this side B by the ledge.
Now,
Catching Vorst off guard, I would say, too. But
definitely.
I feel like he just was not expecting for that to hit him. I think he assumed that he actually got ledge invincibility at that point, but Charizard had the active hitbox ready.
Oh my God. Now, as Leffen is famous for saying, like, people should edge guard more, in that situation with Squirtle that far out, knowing that if he makes it back at all, he's going to have to go for all 3 Pokemon, I think it would have been in Vorst's best interest to just go out and just throw a charge shot out. Even like a half charge shot would have been just enough to, like, keep him from making it back. Because he barely drifted to the stage that fly, but Vorst didn't challenge him off stage again to prevent that. And I think that was
he was literally like Vorst was doing a good job at challenging him off stage throughout the entirety of the set, minus that one situation.
That was the one. Yeah, that's so funny.
Because he was doing a really good job at actually, like, you know, with the bombs in general, like he was purposely drifting it back so that way Ned could figure out a way to recover. But in that instance, when Ned had to forcibly use 3 different Pokemon to recover, he wasn't really challenged.
That was the worst spot that he had been in so far, and also that edge guard situation is what won him the previous game. But I think Vorst might have just gotten a little bit nervous. Honestly, he was at a pretty high percent. You don't want to take a lot of chances, but you sometimes just gotta go crazy. Sometimes you just gotta like.
Sometimes you gotta go crazy.
Like sometimes you just gotta do it.